Leicester made 5 changes from the team that beat Arsenal in the Cup in midweek. 10 first-team regulars were sidelined. But both sides were looking for their first Premiership win since November. Paolo Wanchope was looking for his first goal since November. That came on 13 minutes. Emil Heskey's had to wait a similar length of time since his last goal, which came at Coventry. But when it did come, just 10 minutes later, it showed his control, his pace, his composure, and his power. Almost a carbon copy of that goal at Highfield Road. Four minutes of stoppage time were played at the end of the first half, with Steve Lomas stretched off with a badly gashed leg, and the Hammers took full advantage. After Joe Cole had danced round the Leicester defence, the ball deflected kindly for Wanchope, who squeezed in his second under the body of Peggy Arvidsson. The Costa Ricans' relief clear to see. Paolo Di Canio's had no such problems, and on the hour mark, the Italian made the point safe. Played in by Wanchope, West Ham's most controversial character showed some dazzling footwork before drilling home his 6th in 7 matches. West Ham leapfrog Leicester, who now travel to Villa in the Worthington Cup semis, and with his first win in 9, Harry Redknapp can again start to look up the table.
We've been playing very well, and you know, we've got another away game coming up, and then we've got some decent home games coming, and if we can put a run together, I mean, we finished 5th last year. I don't know if we can do that again this year, but certainly to get ourselves in that top group again would be a good achievement for us.
I had a lot of time without scoring, and you know, working hard, trying to score, trying to help the team, and well, today I scored 2, and I just have to keep working for the team and myself.
Belgian striker Cedric Roussel made his move to Coventry, a permanent one last week, and nearly celebrated with an early goal at Pride Park. And while Roussel nursed his sore leg following a tackle by Horacio Carbonari, Derby broke forward, and it was Dion Burton's turn to come close to scoring. It wasn't a great game, and the second half also produced very few goal-scoring opportunities. A Steve Froggatt shot hit the post. Georgie Kinclarzy couldn't find the net either, so both teams extended their unbeaten runs to 4 games, with 8 points gained for each along the way.
We were just a little bit short in the final pass, to be honest. Final pass, final decision. We're not as clinical as we were last Saturday, and that's what stopped us from winning, I thought.
Overall, were you quite pleased with the way things went? Very pleased in terms of not letting any goals. Final pass wasn't that great. Wasn't a good day for football, quite windy. As I said, I think the draw was a fair result.
Newcastle's record against the Dons is dire. Not even Kieran Dyer could mastermind the Geordies' first ever win at Wimbledon. But then, Carl Liebern couldn't improve his own bad run, which is now 43 games without a goal. When these two met in August, Newcastle's defence threw away a victory. This time, they threw away a draw. Steve Harper culpable for allowing Robbie Earle the chance to get on the end of Alan Kimball's free kick, but not many of the defenders were goal side of the men they were supposedly marking. Scoring goals hasn't been too much of a problem all season, but an attack that's managed 21 in 6 games was surprisingly wasteful. Dyer again, unable to find his first Premiership goal in 4 months. And at the back, they struggled to come to terms with a typical aerial onslaught. Warren Barton, who should have known what to expect more than anyone else, caught cold by Marcus Gale's leap. The Dons had extended their unbeaten home record to 12 without too much trouble. A late miss by Alan Shearer summed up Newcastle's afternoon. They may be much improved, but the transformation is still far from complete. Wimbledon 2, Newcastle United 0.
Thank you very much. Surprising Wimbledon shutting down the potent Magpies assault. Now, last August, goals from Lee Bowyer and Danny Mills gave Leeds a 2-1 victory over Sunderland. But the Weirsiders have improved greatly since the summer tragedy, and we're looking for a little redemption when United made their first visit to the Stadium of Light. Sunderland extremely tough in that stadium. We're ready to go. John Gregory and Kevin Keegan were in attendance watching this match, and these two definitely members of the all-hair team. Leeds with the first attempt. Michael Bridges passing to Lee Bowyer. His shot is just a bit wide. Now Sunderland will try to get one. Kevin Kilban with the opportunity on the run. He shoots, he misses. That one just wide as well. Kilban with a nice run at it, but just across the goal mouth. Sunderland again with Gavin McCann. Look at the great footwork. He'll lose it, then get it right back. Into Kevin Phillips for the shot. But look at Nigel Martin, a lockdown on the net. Sorry, Kev, your goal cannot be completed as dialed. Please try again later. Martin with the great save. Now to the 24th minute. Stephen McPhail with the tough ball through to Jason Wilcox, and he is online. Wilcox with a magnificent strike. This one clocked at 72 miles an hour. No chance to stop it, and it's 1-0. Now in the second half, Wilcox down the left wing, delivering a terrific cross for Michael Bridges against his former club. Bridges makes it 2-0. Watch the outstanding finish by Bridges up in the air and just sending it home. Minute number 52 now. A rare mistake from Jonathan Woodgate. He lets in Kevin Phillips. And Super Kev hits the website. That made it 2-1 for Super Kev. Goal number 20 on the year. Sunderland back at it now with McCann crossing in for Kev. Looking for number 21, but he didn't find what he was looking for there. Leeds manager David O'Leary. His club will stay on top of the table. Can we get a smile? Come on, David. He gave us just a little one. Finally, with all the matters on the pitch settled, we can shift our focus to some of the battles being waged in the newspapers. Here to update us with all the journalistic...
From Old Trafford, Manchester United on your right, Arsenal on your left. This has become the biggest fixture in English soccer, and it was a Monday night feature. Arsene Wenger knows this. If the team loses, he is probably out of the Premiership race, as is Arsenal. Paul Durkin, the man in charge, and we are underway. David O'Leary taking in the match, knowing Leeds United involved in the race with these two clubs. Early on, Fredrik Ljungberg getting the start, crosses it through. And what a save by Mark Bosnich, wearing the gray sweater, because his initial goalkeeper uniform looked very similar to that of Arsenal. Forced to change. Look at the ball by Ljungberg. Henry unable to finish, and the Aussie getting in past of it. But at the other end, here comes Manchester United. Andy Cole firing it in. We remain scoreless, still very early in the match. The big clearance now by David Seaman. Headed on, and all of a sudden, yep, I'm having some difficulties with it. Ljungberg takes it in the mouth and scores. He looks like he just woke up out of bed with that hair, but boy, can he score. 1-0 Arsenal. Look, you can see Yapstam's foot hitting the face of Ljungberg. He didn't stop. He kept going through the legs of Mark Bosnich. And Arsenal, surprise leaders at Old Trafford. Sir Alex not too happy, but look at Arsene. Is it important to him? You betcha. Manchester United fighting to come back. Still in the first half. Off the foot of Cole, then Dwight York. David Seaman courageously running in there to take away the angle from the man from Trinidad and Tobago. Take another look. A tough angle. These balls are taking huge hops off this pitch. And hard to control for Dwight York. At the other end, a chance for perhaps Arsenal to put it away. Thierry Henry! But no, Mark Bosnich to save, and give credit to Silvestre, who took away the angle by keeping pace with Henry into the second half. The defenders coming in. Hard off and hard out. Dennis Irwin, take a look at this. Amazing play by Irwin. He was in the goal, making sure that ball does not cross. So Arsenal, a couple good opportunities to add to their advantage. And then take a look at this bump from Roy Keane on Ljungberg. Comes up to Paul Durkin. There is a bump, but Lionel, you have to see this replay. Take a look at what happens here. After bumping Ljungberg right here with his body to dispossess him, it is in fact Paul Durkin who runs into Keane. 1-0 still. Roy Keane, no cards. Crossed in front. Bedlam in the box. Quickly put in by Beckham and finished by Teddy Sheringham. The equalizer comes late, but it comes. Absolute delightful ball by David Beckham. Look at this vision by the midfielder. Just pops it in. Sheringham, who came on as a substitute, scores again. Sir Alex is happy. Arsene not too cool. And the final result 1-1, and Sheringham getting the business from Vieira to finish.
Max, thank you very much.